What's up, guys? My name is Patricia. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this is the first time you've ever fell on any one of my videos, welcome. I'd love to see you back, so go ahead and click that little subscribe button, join the family. And yeah, if you enjoy videos like this one, I hope that you stay for a while. So what's up, guys? How you guys doing? How you living? How you feeling? I'm feeling good. So glad that you guys decided to stop by with your girl. If you did not know, right now we are reading a book together, and it is called The Obstacle is the Way, and it's by Ryan Holiday. So if you haven't purchased this book already, go ahead and continue to watch this video. We're just going to talk about the preface, the introduction, and we're going to talk about part one. The book is broken up into parts, so we're going to talk about part one of part one, if that makes sense, or chapter one of part one, and that is part one is about perception. So today we're going to talk about the discipline of perception, everything up until that point. So guys, I'm so excited that you guys are excited about reading books together. That sounds so like corny, but reading books together and being proactive about your growth and being proactive about your development and keeping your mind and heart open to being a better version of yourself. Like, that is not a passive thing. Life will only teach you lessons if you let it and if you're open to it. But also, why not seek to broaden your horizon? So let's be purposeful about it and not be passive about being a better version of yourself. If you're wondering what's going on here, you know, I made some changes to my channel, and so if you missed that video, I will leave that down below or up in the cards so you guys can check that out. Upload Mondays and Wednesdays now, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mondays we're calling Mindfulness Mondays. Wednesdays are Wow Wednesdays, Words of Wisdom Wednesdays, and we'll be always reading a book together, and it might be in a one-on-one video like this, or maybe vlog style. But all of my content, I hope that you guys are able to walk away with something, what I call a gem that will help to improve your life and contribute to your personal growth. Can we do that? Okay, these real life videos around here, lots of real talk. We want to be woke here, we want to be self-aware here, so that we can make active change in our life. So today we're going to talk about perception. Ryan Holiday really just, he just dug right in there in part one. And I really didn't want to talk about too much in this first video because I wanted to give you guys a chance to get the book if you haven't gotten the book yet. So we're just going to talk about part one of perception, okay? So the chapter starts off this way. What is perception? It's how we see and understand what occurs around us and what we decide those events mean. Our perceptions can be a source of strength or of great weakness. If we are emotional, subjective, and short-sighted, we only add to our troubles. To prevent becoming overwhelmed by the world around us, we must, as the ancients practiced, learn how to limit our passions and their controls over our life. It takes skill and discipline to bat away the pests of bad perceptions, to separate reliable signals from deceptive ones, to filter out prejudice, expectation, and fear. But it's worth it, for what's left is truth. Personally, this really does speak to me, because when bad things happen to us, right? Like recently, you know, my life has definitely been hit in many ways, and it's so easy to be like, you know, why me? And to let your mind run through every single negative outcome that there is. You're so focused on the below of the obstacle that you fail to see it as it truly is, and its true light. You have piled on it fear, you have piled on it anxiety, you have piled on it all of these other things that inflate it in front of you and make it bigger than it actually is. But as you see later on in the chapter, Ryan calls these not obstacles but opportunities for growth. We talked about that in the last video. They're opportunities for growth if you see it clearly. One of the quotes that really touched me in the Discipline of Perception chapter. Sorry y'all, I got emotional for a second. I need to check myself because this really hits home for me. It says you will come across obstacles in your life, fair and unfair, and you will discover time and time again that what matters most is not what these obstacles are, but how we see them, how we react to them, and whether we keep our composure. You will learn that this reaction determines how successful we will be in overcoming or possibly thriving because of them. And to me, that is so powerful, because even the Bible says, like, this idea that bad things don't happen to good people is not right. Like, I'll have people even on my videos asking me, like, how can God be real because this, that, and the other thing? Even in the Bible, Jesus told the people that in this life there will be trouble. Insert whatever. Trouble is disappointment, death, tears, obstacle. But the next sentence he says, be of good cheer. There will be bad times, but don't let that discourage you. Recently, I've experienced loss that doesn't seem fair, right? It doesn't seem fair. But you will discover time and time again that what matters most is not what these obstacles are, but how we see them and how we react to them. And that's like what I'm working on now, is seeing things as they truly, truly are. And it doesn't mean that you don't mourn, and it doesn't mean that you don't stomp your feet a little while, but you can't live there. You can't live there. You can't dwell there. You can't stay there. You have to step out of your emotions for a second and say, this is part of the story, right? The victory comes shortly after. Being able to see that, hey, there is an opportunity in this obstacle. So in this chapter, he talks about Rockefeller and how Rockefeller was able to take advantage of bad things, bad situation, a bad financial market, and capitalize on that when other people were scared, when other people were selling, when other people were pulling out. He was taking advantage of obstacles and creating opportunity. You know, instead of throwing a tantrum, right? And I say that in love, and even to myself, even instead of throwing a tantrum, why not ask yourself, how can I make good out of this situation? How can I serve my fellow man out of this situation? What good can come out of this? And focus on that. Look forward to the other side and truly believe that that other side is yours, whether it's finally getting the degree, when the obstacle in front of you is this test. Focus on getting a degree. It is yours. You are to have it, and this is just a bump in the road. See it as what it is, and not an obstacle that's going to hinder me from getting to where I want to be. This test that I failed, well, you know what, I'm going to have to study harder next time. Institute some strategies. Use that as an opportunity to improve your study skills. Add, you know, different strategies that you weren't doing, like group studying and studying early in the morning and going to the library and going to your teacher, and things that you weren't doing, instituting new strategies in order to improve how you are as a student. And so he talked about Rockefeller a little bit and how Rockefeller was good with that, not being swayed by emotions and the chaos around you, but really taking advantage of the obstacle to create something great. And so the other quote that I underlined in here is on page 18. Oh, by the way, that quote from before was on page 16. I have it good and underlined, and so do I, and this one as well. On page 18, it says, we can see opportunity in every disaster and transform that negative situation into an education, a skill set, or a fortune. So instead of seeing an obstacle as as an obstacle? Why not see it as an opportunity? But it starts with perception, how you see it. So what I have to work on is changing my perception, changing how I see it. The second half of the title of the book says the timeless art of turning trials into triumph. And that's the goal, because to me some of the most beautiful stories started with trial. So this bump in the road is just part of my story, and it's not here to stop me and discourage me, because I won't let it. Will you? So that's what I'd share with you guys regarding this portion of the book. If you read this chapter, let me know what you got from it and some of your favorite quotes down below. If you missed it this time, if you haven't got it this time, that's okay. We're gonna talk about it again, hopefully next week, if not the week after, and probably gonna go ahead and finish the first part, and then we'll come back and so we have more to chat about. Okay, so I love you guys so much. Thank you for agreeing to do this with me. By the way, guys, I am in a hotel room. It's Valentine's Day weekend, and I do have a vlog coming for you guys, and I don't know if it's gonna come out before this, probably after, probably Wednesday. So if you're seeing this first, check out Wednesday's video. It's just a little Valentine's Day vlog, and just sharing with you my thoughts on being married so far. So I love you guys so much. I hope you guys are well and in good spirits whenever it is that this video meets you, and I will see you guys soon with another video. And as always, God bless.